Adam Schiff reacted today, tweeting, quote, "Bolton may be an author, but he's no patriot." Joining us now, the chairman of the Intelligence Committee, California Congressman Adam Schiff. Congressman Schiff, thank you for joining us this evening. I want to just start off with some reporting from the New York Times that federal prosecutors are weighing whether to criminally charge John Bolton with disclosing classified information in his upcoming White House memoir. The internal discussions about whether to charge Bolton are occurring at the highest levels of the Justice Department and involve Attorney General William Barr. I know you're no fan of John Bolton's. I know you believe that if John Bolton had testified, there may have been a different outcome to the Senate impeachment trial. But what do you make of this reporting that Bill Barr, who we know very effectively carries Donald Trump's water, is looking at whether or not to charge John Bolton?
Well, the reporting doesn't surprise me, but it's enormously distressing that Bill Barr would once again, at Trump's insistence, contemplate using the Justice Department as a political tool to punish the president's enemies. I have no doubt that Bolton, much as I have a low regard for him and what he did, sought to get clearance from the review process, and that review process was politicized. The president insisting that he was not going to allow anything to be included in this book. That's not how that process is supposed to work. It's supposed to be apolitical, based on just what's classified or not classified. So I think this investigation is likely to be completely bogus, but it's a way of trying to chill people from speaking out about what they've seen. And it's a way for Bill Barr to do more dirty work for the president by threatening to prosecute the president's political enemies.
So John Bolton implies in the book that there is something that he wants to write about or wanted to write about regarding the conversation between Donald Trump and Xi Jinping, in which he implies that he asked Xi Jinping for assistance in buying agricultural stuff from America to help him in the election. Classified means there's a danger to people having that information, not unseemly or not something that the White House wants to be put out there. But it does seem that, once again, this White House might be confusing those two issues.
Without a doubt, and we've seen this before. I think the White House views the classification process as a means of censoring information that is not classified but would be highly embarrassing to the president. And the president's own words, what he told Xi in terms of trying to solicit foreign intervention to help his reelection campaign, it's such a profound similarity to his attempt to get Ukraine to help, his plea for Russia to hack Hillary's emails, that I'm sure he doesn't want his own words used, not because there's any classification risk. We already know the fact of what he communicated, but rather to avoid the embarrassment and the further incriminating nature of his specific comments.
Whether or not one likes John Bolton, he's spent a lot of years dealing with American policy and foreign policy. And he told Martha Raddatz of ABC that when you're dealing with somebody like Putin, who's made his life understanding Russia's strategic position in the world, against Donald Trump, who doesn't enjoy reading about these issues or learning about them, it's a very difficult position for America to be in. John Bolton suggesting that President Trump's ignorance is a security danger to America.
There's no question that that's true. His ignorance, but also just the self-serving quality of this president. Really, I think the harshest indictment that I've seen reported about Bolton's book, and it was very consistent with what we presented during the impeachment trial, is that the president consistently puts his own personal interest, his political interest, above that of the interest of the nation. We said he would do it again. Clearly, he did do it again repeatedly as part of a pattern. And that's the most serious indictment. And that's what really jeopardizes our country, when you have a president who has so little regard for the best interest of the country and who constantly puts himself first.
Congressman, good to see you again. Thank you for joining me. Chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, Adam Schiff. Thanks for your time.